It was a beautiful morning on the island of Sodor. Thomas the Tank Engine's blue paint sparkled in the sunshine as he puffed happily along his branch line with Annie and Clarabelle. He was feeling very pleased with himself. "Hello, Thomas," whistled Percy. "You do look splendid." "Yes, indeed," boasted Thomas. "Blue is the only proper colour for an engine." "Oh, I don't know. I like my brown paint," said Toby. "I've always been green. I wouldn't want to be any other colour either," added Percy. Well, anyway," huffed Thomas, "blue is the only colour for a really useful engine. Everybody knows that." Percy said no more. He just grinned at Toby. The next morning, Thomas was resting on a siding when Percy came in with trucks full of coal from the junction. As he pushed them onto a siding, Thomas was still being cheeky. "Be careful, Percy. Those buffers aren't very safe." But he got no further. As one of the coal trucks passed Thomas, the catch on its door burst open. "Help! I'm choking!" gasped Thomas. "Get me out!" Percy looked worried. Then, as the dust settled, he looked at Thomas and began to laugh. Thomas's smart blue paint was covered in coal dust from smokebox to bunker. "Ha ha ha!" chuckled Percy. "You don't look really useful now, Thomas. You should see yourself. You look really disgraceful." "I am not disgraceful!" choked Thomas furiously. "You did that on purpose, Percy! Now quit with your stupid laughter and get me out!" It took a long time to get Thomas out of the coal pile, and he was sent to the sheds to be cleaned. "Oh, you're a real mess, Thomas," grumbled the cleaners. "You're not fit to be seen." It took the men so long to clean Thomas that he wasn't ready in time for his next train, so Toby had to take Annie and Clarabelle with Henrietta. The cleaners were tired and dirty when they had finished. Thomas was grumpy in the shed that night. Toby thought it was a great joke, but Percy was annoyed with Thomas for thinking that he made his paint dirty on purpose. "Fancy a really useful blue engine like Thomas becoming a disgrace to the Fat Controller's Railway," said Percy. "You wait, Percy," replied Thomas crossly. "One day you'll be laughing on the other side of your smoke box." "Pooh!" rejoined Percy. "I wouldn't have missed all that fun for anything." The feud worsened as time went on. Thomas thought Percy had coal dusted him deliberately, and Percy was cross with Thomas for thinking so. 2 days later, Thomas was at the platform when Percy brought his trucks from the junction. The trucks were heavy and Percy was feeling tired. He arranged his train on the siding and ran off to another for a drink before Thomas's train left. The water column stood at the end of the siding with the unsafe buffers. As Percy came nearer, there was a cracking sound, and to his horror, found out that he couldn't stop. The buffers didn't stop him either. "Wah!" wailed Percy. "Help!" The buffers were broken and Percy was wheeled deep in coal. At that moment, the signal alarm dropped and Thomas moved off, laughing as he went. Percy was furious, and he spent the rest of the day wondering how to pay Thomas back.